Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boot Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Um, it is Seeding Sunday, and before the games start, trying to get me a little bit of work done because everything that you can do in the little bit of time that you have, the further ahead you will be. And I'm trying to get as far ahead as I can. See, I've got this new piece of equipment coming in, an X-Carver, that's going to change everything here in my workshop. Literally, I'm going to be able to do things that I never dreamed of being able to do before. And so I'm planning ahead. You can already see the changes that I've made right now are already paying dividends because now I've got a bigger work surface here to actually assemble cabinets. And that's going to be great because I'm really going to get into doing some cool stuff. So we got a great game yesterday from the Cowboys and looked pretty good going into the playoffs, which is great. But you know, there's always going to be some drama, and I want to address this a little bit because I kind of mentioned this in here. In fact, I've talked about it several times. About the thing that worries me the most is possibility of losing Dan Quinn. And that is a possibility. As we've heard from Mike Fisher, as well as now the NFL Network is also talking about that as well. That it could be that he leaves for Seattle or Denver. Some people are saying he's one of the top candidates for those positions, which is true. Now, what I said about, and we rejoiced because we were thinking about the Jacksonville Jaguars job. And when we heard that he wasn't going to interview for that, we all said, great, he doesn't want to go. Well, I said, at this point in his career, just because there's a job out there doesn't mean that you jump to the first job that comes up. Because not see, the plywood agrees. Not every job is a good job. And when you look at where the Jaguars are, I don't know that if I'm Dan Quinn, that that's the job that I want. And so what you have to look at is, will there be other possibilities? Now, I said, I'm having a hard time here. I said that because Pete Carroll, his time may be coming to an end, that might be a job that he might consider because of his ties to the community before and being a higher profile team than the Jaguars and maybe a better organization. That job would be more appealing and more of a likely possibility than the Jags. See, here's the thing about being a Cowboys coordinator. You don't get much higher profile than that. It's that being a head coach. And I dare say, being the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys is higher profile than being a coach in some places. And so if you're Dan Quinn, who's got guys that he really and truly likes on that defense, he has the high profile, the very high profile. Why would I want to leave that to go to Jacksonville? What did I do with the damn glue? Oh, there it goes. Why would I want to leave that situation where I've got a team that's close to the Super Bowl to go to the Jacksonville Jaguars? I'm not. That's the first question. Second question is, does Dan Quinn want to be a head coach again? Because it may be one of those situations where I've been there, I've been the head coach, and it's not as much fun as I thought it would be. In which case, I'm good. You can take your head coaching position and shove it. Because I like to just work with the guys. Yeah, this is a big ass cabinet. This is the base for the Inventables. It's going to go over there. It's going to sit on top of this and be able to do all those wonderful things that I can't wait for it to do. But if you're Dan Quinn, do you want the hassle of being, the guy that's got to do all the press conferences and answering to the owner and doing that kind of stuff? It may be your real passion is being the teacher and mentor of the men on the field. And I kind of have a feeling that seems to be Dan Quinn. So, I don't know if, first of all, we don't know if Seattle is going to part with Pete Carroll or not. I kind of have a feeling that either Pete Carroll goes or Russell Wilson does, one or the other. And we assume that Denver's going to part with Nick Fangio. Those are two assumptions that we don't know for sure. So we'll stand back, we'll watch and see. But all of this is right now speculation. They look at it, they say, in the same way they talk about, this player coming to Dallas. They say, well, Cowboys have a needed safety. So, of course, then they will have to go ahead and try and get this guy. But those assumptions aren't always accurate. They may be great to talk about. They may be a great assumption, but they may have nothing based in reality. So let's keep our fingers crossed because I think Dan Quinn has been the difference maker for our Dallas Cowboys. And it may be one of those cases where Dan Quinn, much like Will McClay, looks at the Dallas Cowboys and says, I still have work to do here. That the job's not quite done. I want to win a Super Bowl with the Cowboys because I still can't believe that Will McClay is still here. I really still can't believe Will McClay is not GM someplace else. So, take what I have to say with a grain of salt and believe what you want to believe. But we do not want to lose that guy. I've seen too many situations like, for example, when Frank Wright left the Eagles, Carson Wentz went downhill. When Kyle Shanahan left Atlanta, their offense went downhill. And I can guarantee you, if we lose Dan Quinn, our defense will go downhill. All right, I'm going to see you guys downstairs because 45 minutes, we got to start our live stream. But at least I've got the main box put together here so I can start figuring out exactly where my dust collection unit and stuff's going to go. I'll catch you downstairs. Peace.